Okay, so first, the fuck, first book review, Clementine books. I don't know that was hard for me to remember. First book review of the Clementine books, by Tilly Walden, right? Books over there. Yeah, Tilly Walden. Um, it's not good. Well, it's fun to read. It's not poorly written. Why did it just change? Fucking. But so it's not a bad book. Um, but it struggles from the same issues that season 3 struggled from. It's hard to understand what's going on in the book because it's all in black and white. And so there are some instances where it's just not that clear of what you're looking at. Um, then there's Clementine's a little bit more emotional, and this is like like a kind of a fast change from the fourth game. Because in the fourth game she was stern, hard. She didn't like cry, but Tilly Walden does actually explain in her writing why this is, why she's a little bit more emotional than you ended the season off, fourth season off with. I like the book. I ain't gonna lie, I liked the book. I thought it was good. I liked Amos. They did Amos dirty. Oh, holy shit. Um, fuck, they fuck it. God damn, they did him dirty. I liked Amos. It's sad. I liked Amos. Like his death actually got one of the my classic Telltale like a first impression reactions. I got the holy shit type reaction when he died. I liked Amos. He was like Ben. I say that a lot, but he was like Ben, just a little bit stupider, if you know what I mean. Like Ben was dealing with some shit, where Amos was just kind of like laughing it off. I don't know. I liked Amos. I think his death, like, holy shit. I like Rika too. I actually really like Rika. I was thinking about making a D&D character a few days ago before I read the book, and honestly, if I were to have, it would have just been Rika. I ain't gonna lie. I like Rika. I think Rika's a good character. Um, so so yeah, I will say that I liked. I like Rika. I like Amos. Um, then left and right are okay as well. It's defuse. Right. All right. Why is Doc upstairs? Why is nobody on site? But so but I liked Rika. Um, I liked Amos, and then I like left, I believe, Olivia, Georgia, or Georgie. Ugh, I'm bad with the Georgies. Georgia, Georgie, all that stuff. But Georgie, honestly, in my opinion, her switch up from kind of just seems like abrupt, like just like random, in my opinion. It doesn't seem like why are we stimming with that little health loss? It just seems kind of like a finger snap type thing. Her freak out there at the end. Um, so I will say that probably could have done with a little bit more exposition on that one. The plane is stupid. I am still not gonna hold off on that one. The plane fucking dumb. Why the hell do they have a plane? Where do they get the fuel from? I mean, I get it's depicted as like move, dude. It's depicted as like a regular like biplane that's like a four-seater, I believe. But like, why do they have a plane? And I like Tim too. Holy shit, Tim died so fast. Literally introduced, immediately fucking dead. I liked Tim. He seemed like a chill dude. One of the moments that like actually got me while reading was another one of the moments was when they fall into the hole with the generator. Um, when they fall into the hole with the generator. Lost my train of thought. And Clementine and Rika are talking there, and Rika like, and Rika's like, I can't believe you jumped in after me, and we actually finally get to know what she named her prosthesis that she got, and she's named it Kenny. Like that hit me because you already probably know if you're watching this that my favorite character is Kenny, and that just that really was something. I I've got to say, like I almost cried there after reading that because Kenny is just he's such a good character, and I haven't explained why I like Kenny, and I probably won't explain fully why I like Kenny so much, but that that like that like hit me. Um, Overall, I think well put together, it's a well written book. Um, Now let's talk about Clementine in the book. So she immediately starts out in the very first. Um, she's just beating the shit out of zombies. That's basically how we start this. She's walking through the woods beating the snot off zombies. And she's getting tired because she's over here. She's hobbling along with crutches. And then she goes to like lie down, and she talks about the car, which is funny because like, oh yeah, she crashed the car, haha. Um, then we get a first. Then we get Clementine, and we get a Clem flashback, the first one of many, to Lee. And this is actually important to why these keep happening and why they happen so much through the book. Half my team is left. Um, Holy shit. And we'll get. I'll talk about that a little. About why that happens, because we're not there yet, though. So, and then, when she breaks, at one point she, breaks what she was using as a prosthesis at the time, which it's not directly said was made by AJ, but there is a voice line in the thing where it implies that AJ made it, and she just really doesn't care. I mean, I know it's not fully said that AJ made the prosthesis that she's using here, but there's a line that indicates that he made it. Holy shit, my aim. I got the kill, though. So, but I won't for that one because it's a single line at the very end of the season. So I understand why they may have made out on that. Holy shit, my aim again. He can hands here. So. Really counter, not right. So. I don't think that's crazy. I mean, that was just placed too. So. I can't wait for that one. And then, but there was one boss that got me a little frustrated. And that I got two stops. Like it's page 11, where the ready. Where the thing happens. If you I'm not gonna explain what it is, but I found that to just be a little unnecessary. It just doesn't really need to happen there. Just rub me the wrong way. I just don't like it. Because yeah, it was more before the third season. It was a joke about how he's inexperienced. So it's just nothing in my opinion. That could have been so many other ways. Now. So, but Tilly Wall does actually set up things pretty well. The setting she does in the book actually remind me a lot of setups that were done in the first game actually. So I can't complain about any of that. Because I actually like that. They're one of my favorite parts. Shout stuff up. Like after she goes and she gets her prosthesis. The guy who didn't prior to be dad of one of the girls is like, oh, I named mine, and she's like, yeah, whatever, man. But she actually does name it, and it's brought up a few times, and I just again I can't get over it. Oh, that really did. Oof. That got me. That's fucking bullshit. Bro. Right. So that moment really hit me. Right, right, right. Well, it didn't come to this moment, but the prosthesis his name, that, but, so Clementine really needed these people for a while. Like, she doesn't want anything to do with, she's unhappy about being here, but she can't really necessarily say no, because, she's hobbling. And this is about the time that I was reading this where I figured out how to fix my foot problem. So that definitely hits me some way, but I'm mad because I was really tired. When I get tired, I get mad. So I was really nitpicking right then. I do like how she almost immediately, how she almost immediately finds out how sturdy the cane is after beating a lot over the head. And we get into chapter 2, and you can tell that they physically put in there that she's struggling to put in like to move with the new prosthesis and cane. And then we meet Amos. And yeah, he seems really naive when you first meet him. And he's just like too good for his own good, really. But he is right. So one thing in that Clementine can't really say no to offer about riding with him. If you. Good job. So. And we learn where she's going, why she's traveling, and just to go north. And then here's one of the parts that I don't understand what happens. Is when he picks the family, that was being chased by walkers. Why the shit does Clementine freak out on that guy? Maybe I'm just fucking stupid, but I can't figure it out. Like, so I can't tell what's going on, but then she like freaks out and like threatens the guy and like tries to leave, but then tries to leave Amos, but Amos comes riding after her on his horse Helen. What happens to Helen sucks. And then Clementine and Amos travel towards Vermont, which is really going north of Vermont. And they make it to where Amos is going, and the plan originally is that Clem is supposed to split off from Amos and go her own way. And well, Amos tries to gives over his horse to Helen. And almost fucking immediately after doing this, the horse gets fucking shot by Georgie, Regina. And Amos doesn't think he's like he kind of freaks out. So I'm just gonna hide with that. And well, we get to where the twins are, and well, the twins are standing. He doesn't trust them like at all. Things think, how did I miss that? I'm kind of stupid. I was busy talking, not paying attention. I was busy looking at it, really. And they don't say their name. So that's where I get the left and right from, is because that's also when we meet Rika. Because they go up the thing, because after the horse dies, Clementine's like, fine, I'll go with you. And they go up the lift, and there's a ski lift. Um, apparently. And so they use the ski lift, they go up, and they go there, and that's where Clement and Amos get there first, and that's when they meet Rika, and Rika's kind of cynical here, but it's because she also doesn't listen to her, which comes up later, and for good reason. And Clement really doesn't care about getting to know these people, and it's because she's scared of getting attached. That's like the whole thing, is that she's scared of getting attached to people. Yo, me with the jungle. Okay. I had to say that. I'm all over the place today, if you couldn't tell. But come on. Stop talking, listen up. Stop this. But so then they then they show like the danger of avalanches and loud noises, and we have actually a flashback to the very beginning of the series where Clem first meets Lee, and then we kind of get a time lapse here of a few weeks or months maybe of Clem like building houses and exploring the place and hunting, getting to know the 33 that she's with here, and during this part we see Clemens having like outbursts towards like sounds and noises, like Rika throws a snowball at Clem, and Clem like threatens her. Then we have, I think left Olivia scrapes some logs against each other, and Clem freaks out and throws an axe at her, almost hitting her, and Cameron's like, chill out. And then Amos gets sick, and he starts like hallucinating, crying, and stuff from the illness. And then this is where like things start to heat up here. The timeline kind of is Clem and Rika are supposed to go out because Amos can't do it because he's got the sickness, and then they're supposed to go out to this other ski lodge to open up another peak of the mountain for hunting. And so they have to take this generator that's been broken that I think Wright fixes, and there's supposed to be a bridge. Well, the bridge is broken. Of course it is. How things are. Well, Clinton gets the bright idea to try and rappel down the cliff, the chasm that's here with Rika and the generator. Well, this obviously doesn't work. Jin goes over. Rika then goes over, and then Clinton decides that she's going to jump in after. It turns out that this chasm has a fucking ton of walkers, and it's supposed to be that this mountain has no walkers on it. Well, this is where we find out where the walkers are. They jump into the chasm, and one of them can leave because Clem broke her prosthesis. This is where we learn what she named it. And this is also where we learn more of Rika's like backstory and how she got here, and we learn about her brother and what he did and what became of him, which is actually pretty sad. It's just terrible. And then Rika yells at him time for jumping in after her. Then we actually have a flashback to the end of season 4. And where of course we have AJ who, well, it doesn't actually show that, but it implies at the moment. And of course, if you've played the games, then you know what happens. And then she walks deeper into the cave or the chasm, and that's when she finds Tim. And she's like talking about Lee, and like, I can't do it, I can't go any further, Lee. And that's when she meets him. And Tim comes in, and he gets bit trying to like help save Clementine. Like he immediately dies. Like it's crazy. But then Tim, and this is where she gets some exposition. Tim is actually was with the twins, Georgie and Olivia, and left and right. So and he's talking about how things used to be and why he's been hiding all this time, because he doesn't want to go back, and he's kind of in the same spot as Clementine, and how he's just seen too many people die, and he doesn't want it anymore, and how he's talking about how you can't just give up because things get hard. You gotta think about the ones who care about you, and all the people who have sacrificed to get you where you are. He really. So he gives Clem this hatchet specifically before dying. And then Clem leaves to find Rika, and then they repel back up. They have a snowmobile. Then they drive back to the cabin. And of course, that's kind of freaking out. Reminds me of Brody. Reminds me of Brody. Brody's freak out when you get back from getting food. And and this is kind of where things just start happening. So they realize it's Sims, and Wright, I believe, Georgie leaves to go to the chasm, and then we get some more exposition where Rika's still mad at Clementine for helping her out of the chasm, and for not trusting her with Tim, apparently. Then Georgie comes back, and she's fucking mad, and she's just like fuming mad. You know that kind of mad, where they don't say anything, they just walk in the room and you can see it on their face, type of thing. Yeah, that kind of mad. And well, we get to chapter 7. This is where things really start to pick up. So they'd say that we didn't get to generate it up, and they'd say that, and well, Amos is doing better. So he goes off by himself without being told to. Well, this throws a wrench in their plans because Olivia wants to actually leave with Amos, get off the mountain and leave Georgie behind, because Georgie's kind of being totalitarian and all this stuff. She's kind of freaking out about this slightest thing. And apparently she's been doing this for a while. So they want to leave. And well, with him gone, they can't. And he has a snowstorm comes in as he's gone. And so they go out. So Rika goes out to find him. And they don't come back. So Clem goes out to find them. And she actually does find them in the morning. And so they come back. And apparently Amos has actually completed it, and he got the generator set up. So they're happy. And then almost immediately they go back to the generator to the ski lift, and they pass the chasm. And Georgie throws Amos into the chasm. And this is where I'm like, what? It's like out of the blue, he's into the chasm. This got me by surprise. I'm not very good at explaining things. So if you want to, you can buy the book and read it for yourself, because I can't explain save to save nine mule. So that's on you if you really want to know what happened, because I can't really explain it. But holy shit, I was so surprised by that. And then we go back on the train. Now this is actually completely new one where it's not going back to something. And it's Clementine getting sad over the death of Amos, because and it's like kind of solidifies her belief that bad stuff always happen. And then immediately come back, and then Olivia's completely torn up about Amos getting tossed into the cavern, and so she's lying on the ground and crouching his head and staring into the cavern, and Georgie stomps on her face, just straight up. And Clementine makes her run. And shit. Georgie, I'm always gonna struggle with this. Start shooting at them as they run away. So they run into the woods. And they start telling them how to go and get and save the lady here. And well, this is where they have this where she explains why Clementine left. And it's because it's really hard to explain. It's really hard for me to understand really. But after having her leg cut off, she had the fear of growing up. Is what she kind of puts it as, and like getting older. Because she has the fear of the older she gets, the more people she's gonna watch die. And she just couldn't do that, which is why she ran away, so that she didn't see anyone else die. And felt like she was a burden on the community because she couldn't even walk properly. So she couldn't do anything. But I'm telling you that's completely unnecessary considering Clementine was like their leader. She led the airtime survivors, but you know. So this is kind of just me talking. I ain't even playing Siege anymore. It's pretty boring. So but and the reason she had a hard time expressing this before is because she had no idea how to, because she was only 8 when the apocalypse started, and she had no adults. And she explains that the reason she started traveling, and she didn't want to be with anyone, is because she was waiting for Lee to come back. And well, of course, that's not gonna happen. He's dead. Which made her about it, because he should have tried harder, type of thing. And well, Rika decides that she can't let this Clementine walk off into the wilderness on her own, like in the States. So they're gonna go together, and then they make the breach on the house. They save Olivia, and Um, Rishi gets shot in the breach, and um, Georgie dies. Rico almost dies another avalanche because she started shooting a lot, which as we've already established. But they're inside the house, and so no one else gets hit by the avalanche, just Georgie, who gets stuck underneath the pile that came through the door. And so they get out of the house, and this is kind of where it just starts winding down. Georgie dies. They leave the mountain. They get to a ski lift. They go to apparently their mother, Georgie and Olivia's mother's house, and they don't necessarily explain why, but they just they don't trust their mother. They find a cat as well, and they're going to the plane, and then they get in the plane and they fly, and that's the end. I do like though that she's illustrated like the faces of the four main characters here, and then she's got people she would like to thank, and then a little background about her. So it's actually not that bad. Now it's a terrible horror survival book, but it's not a horror survival book, so that makes sense. Because in the back it literally says it's a coming of age tale. So it's bad for what people. So I think people were expecting to get a book to bounce off of or mirror the games, but it really is it's another like middle ground. Now, of course, it could be worse than the other two. I haven't read the other two yet, but those are my thoughts of the book as I've read it. So yeah. I liked it. I thought it was good. Clementine is a little different, but it makes sense. She really is like a little depressed here in the book. So I can't. So it kind of makes sense. It also makes sense why she like clings to Rika so intently. With this one, like, 'cause like it's like that wall developed. People do this. I'm not a psychologist. I can't explain it. I just know people do it. So yeah. That's the first Clementine book. I liked it. I thought it was good. It says here on the front page that Robert Kirkman made a statement on it. And when I first read it, yesterday, I was like, there's no way. This is totally terrible. There's no way Robert Kirkman would say this. I understand why now. He said what he said. We're gonna say what he said. Yeah. I agree with him. I was expecting to come into this. If you've seen my news video, completely another furious raging. But no, I understand it. I like it. So I have to say sorry. Yeah. It's a good book. That's all.